With you ready. Oh, you want? No, you know what? I love the way you do it.
Okay.
I love the way you do it.
You're sweet. Hello, gay men. I'm John Derler with Coming Inside Out, and look who this beautiful man is here next to me.
Brian James, it's good to see you, John.
Good to see you. How do you like my shirt?
I love your shirt.
Isn't that great?
I saw that at our Sunday coffee thing. It was so hilarious.
So shout out to LaWanda Page. She was the actress.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sanford and Son.
Yes, I remember Sanford and Son.
And if you remember Sanford and Son, and then Lamont was the son. Lamont and his dad were boring, and I love that show because when she came on, she took it to another level, and she was just hilarious. So I'm a big fan of LaWanda.
What was her name on the show?
Aunt Esther.
Aunt
Esther. Yes. You fish-eyed fool.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
You know,
I love this shirt. Well, welcome to the show.
Yes.
I'm going to start with, if you haven't seen John's interview on Out Late with David, that is on YouTube.
Yeah.
I did mine a couple months ago.
Yeah, and then I listened last week. I just listened to it. I didn't see how beautiful I was.
Yes.
But I did listen to it.
It was all good.
When I was on my little walk.
Tune in and watch that. And just like the other one, I'm going to see if I can get that uploaded onto our platform also. So that people will be able to see it.
Maybe you'll be able to see it. Yes. Listen, good to see you.
Thank you.
Now, some great things happened to you the last few days. Your son took his break from the Marines, right? Matthew. I can say Matthew.
Matthew. Yes.
Matthew. And tell me about that. How was it?
It was amazing. You know, I've shared on this podcast that I feel like I lost so much when my wife and I divorced.
Yeah.
I was a family man. I'm a dad.
Yeah.
That's my identity. So when my son went off to boot camp, it just crushed me. I was just crushed. So he was gone for 13 weeks. We went down to San Diego the Thursday before Veterans Day.
Mm-hmm.
He graduated that Friday. We came home. He was home for 10 days.
Yeah.
I cried for 10 days straight.
Did you do anything? What did you guys?
We hung out. The craziest thing is we got in the car to drive home. I'll share this with you. We got in the car to drive home. Did I share this last time? I don't know if I did. He brought up our podcast.
Yes, you did.
Okay, you did. So my ex-wife knows about the podcast.
Right, and she was in the car too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got home and he said, you know what, Dad, something I really would like to do with you. And I said, what is that? He wanted to build a Lego set.
Yes, I think he
did. I talk about that? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe we talked. I have no idea. But we built these two Lego sets together, like 500 and some odd pieces. They were cars. So we did some Lego stuff. We hung out around the house. I just want to spend time with him.
That's the quality time. That's what you want.
Yes.
Quality time.
Yeah. And we got together with a lot of the family and friends that had wanted to see him.
I bet. How does he look?
He looks so good.
Yeah.
He's only 18. He's a young.
They shaved his head.
Right? Yes.
They shaved his head.
And he just got in the car and he was just so grateful and happy to be with his family, which was nice.
Now,
my older son.
Yes. You don't have to answer my question, but how is that a good relationship between those two?
Yeah. So, we got in the car, we're driving home, and my 18-year-old son says, I love all of you, but something I'm so looking forward to more than anything else is doing a late night food run with Cole. Because they'll be up playing video games until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they'll get in the car at midnight or 1 o'clock and drive to McDonald's. So they had several late night things where they just got in the car and went to McDonald's.
I have 2 boys too. Yeah. Listeners, if you don't know, I do. They're 13 and 16. And I just love the relationship that our children, that my sons have with each other. And it's good. And it's all about us cultivating that. And I even felt that. I'm going to bring something in. I went to the premiere of Gladiator 2 last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't the big star-studded event, but actually some of the gladiators that were in the movie were in this premiere, that came to the premiere. And I have to say, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but if you love one, you're going to love two.
I don't think I've ever seen the Gladiator movie.
Oh, yeah.
How old is it?
20 years old.
Oh,
I think
maybe
20.
I did 20 years. I don't know.
Watch it. It's with, I can't remember now his name.
Is it sci-fi? Is Gladiator sci-fi?
No, it's not sci-fi.
Okay.
It's not sci-fi, but it's Russell Crowe was Gladiator, the first one.
All right.
And but if you're a fan of it, oh my God, I thought it was great. Write us in and let me know if you don't think it was, because I thought, because it's very hard to do a two to lead up to one if it was great. And I thought one was great, but go see it if you're a fan of it. You will not be disappointed. And I had a fun time. And my nephew's from Texas, so he was able to go too.
Oh, that's nice.
It was really nice. He's my godson.
Oh,
Yeah, he's my godson. So it was a nice evening last night.
good. Well, so along the same lines of my son's graduation, I wanted to share this only because I don't know, it's so close to my heart. I posted photos. I don't post a lot of photos of my kids and my family on social media, but I posted a couple photos of me and my two boys. And my son Matthew's in a military outfit, and my older son Cole is about 6 feet tall, but he's wearing, I don't know, like 5-6 inch platform, like Kiss boots.
High heel. Oh,
hair's very long.
Yeah.
His eyelashes. He has very long nails. And I posted that, and a couple people that I knew reached out to me privately, like, "Oh, that must be hard, or that must be difficult." And I was like, "Wow, that to me, it's not difficult that my son dresses or acts or is who he is, because I love him to pieces, but." I did want to take a step back, because the first time he dressed like this, he was in high school.
Yeah.
And we were going to go somewhere, and he wanted to put on, eye makeup and just do all this stuff.
How old was he when he was doing
10th grade. I would say the first time he did this was in 10th grade.
Talk about courage.
I know.
You want to talk about
this
courage?
I know.
That is
yes.
great.
He went to school fully dressed the way that he.
I love it. He owned it. He owned it, and he still does. And so this person that commented.
Well, I had a couple of comments, and it must be hard. And I said, I thought to myself, the one time when my son was in 10th grade, I denied him the right to show up somewhere the way that he wanted to show up.
Right.
And I crushed him when I did that. Wow. He still remembers it. His mother told me about it. So it was only difficult for me until I realized how my discomfort hurt him. And once I realized how my discomfort hurt him, I've never been uncomfortable around.
Right.
He could wear a bag on his head. I don't really care.
And the ball's on the people that wrote that to you. They're assuming that you're uncomfortable. Well, maybe they're uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
It seems like they're uncomfortable with it, and they're asking, hey, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. If my son had transitioned to a woman, he's my son, or he's my child.
Yeah.
And I would love him all the same. I'd
love to see that. I'd love to see the picture.
Yeah.
Of all you guys. I want to see that. I definitely.
It's on my phone, but I will show it to you.
All right. What else we got? Let me see.
All right.
Letters from.
Well, we have a couple letters to read.
Okay.
And then I wrote that down. I was invited by a dear friend of mine. I will say a dear friend of mine, to go with him, because I've talked about this, or we have talked about this, to go to the Log Cabin Republicans Christmas cocktail party. And I declined. I said, thank you, but no, thank you. A
lot of people do not probably know what the Log Cabin.
Well, we talked about it.
It's a Republican gay party.
Yes.
And it's interesting to know the history about that.
I read the history. We went over this. How it started in 1970 after Michael Milken.
Oh, look at you.
It started when teachers that were gay were going to have to leave their jobs.
Oh.
Weren't allowed to be gay, and be out gay person to be a teacher. But yes, so
well, I can't. I would love to. I would go just to check out the guys.
Well, it's on December 8th,
but I can't. I'm having my Texas chili cook-off here at the office.
Are you cooking?
Yeah,
I do make a Texas chili. I make my Texas chili cornbread every year here at the office. Is it for a holiday thing on? It's our holiday on March month. Okay. So it's a great thing we have here. We have the Rotary Christmas tree lot, which is down the street. So if you're in our area, come buy a Christmas tree because it's nonprofit. All the proceeds go back into our community for battered women, children's shelters. It's just an amazing. Rotary is amazing, and if anybody's out there that is looking for something to give back to or something, go to a Rotary meeting in your because a lot of people thought, and I'm tired of people saying this, but it's only old white men. I just hate that, and it's not that. We have diversity there. We have women that are presidents there. Okay. I mean, it's a great organization. So if you're looking for something, I was at my meeting today. It was just great. And anyway, yeah, up and down the street, we're going to have the tree lot, which is like a block down from my office. And John's going to be dressed as a lumberjack. So if you come to the lot to get a tree, he will be dressed as a lumberjack. That's right. And I'll chop it down for you. Yeah, I'll chop it down. I'll chop it down. So I'm not going to be able to make it to the log cabin mixer. So, darn it. Gosh darn. But I guess our friend is going to go. Yeah. Oh, he's going for sure. Oh, well. And he invited me to go with him, but Is he part? I don't know. He could possibly be, but I have no idea. So you got the. I have something. I'm creating this for us, and it's asking for a friend. So here's a couple things. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, John, but I'm asking for a friend. All right. Oh, you're asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. This isn't for me. Oh, really? Say my friend woke up super horny and just wanted to go out and suck a dick and maybe get his dick sucked too. Okay. What are the different ways my friend could protect himself if he was just feeling horny and wanted to go suck a dick? Well, okay. Your friend is very interesting. And your friend, I mean, there's all the apps that you can go and do. Well, but you're talking about protecting from diseases. Protecting, like you got to inspect the dick. Inspect the dick first. Take a look at it. Look at it. It would be funky. It would be a funky dick. Listen. Well, no. I mean, seriously, if you're going to go down, check it out. Look at it. What are you looking for? What do you look? What is my friend looking for? Your friend is looking for like any redness or anything that's on the peni. Okay. And then you also, if it's not circumcised, you need to pull it back and look down in there and see if there's any, if they have any like herpes. That comes out as like it's red or whatever, and you can really see some sort, and absolutely a wart. And you need to say, "Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what? Hey, what's going on here? Hang on. Wait, what was that? Does that? See, does that hurt? Then no. All right. No. So if someone tells you they're clean, well, exactly, it doesn't mean anything. So the dick will show signs of not being. Well, and sometimes dick. It will not. It won't be good dick. It may be bad dick because it could have, you could syphilis, you gonorrhea. Because maybe, I don't want to get gross here, but that dick may have been in something else and was not washed, and then comes over. And then, all that. So you need, wash it. All right. So you're going to go suck a dick. You're going to wash the guy's dick for him? No. No. All right. No. Do guys wash each other's dicks for them? Of course they do. That's nice. Okay. There you go. What else does your friend so one of the other things that you had said before that a person could do to protect themselves was called Doxy. Doxypep. Doxypep is used when you've had unprotected sex and you take it within 24 hours, no longer than 72 hours. Okay, and that will help also. It helps tremendously. Well, if your friend, honestly, because I looked at the stats and the city stat, because a lot, with PrEP and everything, and preventing HIV, more people are not using condoms, so therefore syphilis really increased on that. And guys, I'm telling you, either sucking the dick or having sex,
make sure you check, make sure they're clean and everything, because you don't want to bring that home. Especially, you don't want to bring it home. You know what I'm talking about.
If you're single, it's one thing, but if you're bringing it home,
if you're single, it's one thing, and if you're closeted, and you do not want to do that. And so, but it has gone down. Syphilis and gonorrhea and chlamydia, the numbers have gone down because of Doxy Pep. And talk to your doctor about it, and they can prescribe that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question: do men suck a dick with a condom on?
What's up with this dick sucking? This is the dick sucking episode? I was not prepared for this.
There are people
I told my mom to listen to this.
There are people that post on hookup apps that they only
you mean their side? They only suck?
No, well, that they only use condoms. How do people have you ever sucked a dick with a condom on it? No.
No.
I didn't know that people did that. I didn't know.
I don't suck a dick.
This is a painful one because this actually happened to me. When you wear a cock ring, do you need to shave first?
No, you don't. I mean, so many people are shaving now, and that's fine. But, wearing a cock ring, no, you don't need to shave.
I bought a silicone cock ring.
Yeah.
I stretched it out and I got it on.
Now, did you put it over your penis and your
my balls? Yeah. I put it over the whole thing. And then when it was time to take that off, I ripped all my I didn't rip my hair out. It hurt like hell. I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
I needed to have shaved first.
You can shave, or you could, with silicone or whatever, lube up the cock ring.
Oh, lube up the cock ring.
Lube up the cock ring, because if you have the cock ring on for a very, very long time, and it can dry out, and then it could, put marks around it.
How long is a long time?
Like 8 hours or something.
Oh, damn. All right. I probably had mine on 20 minutes. All right. So you
mean your friend had it
on? Damn it. My friend had it on for like 20 minutes. God.
20 minutes? Wait, were you by yourself?
I was just putting it on, and once I got it on, it got caught up in my hair, and it was really 10 minutes of trying to take it off.
Well, listen, there's these new trimmers out there.
Oh, I have a trimmer.
So you trimmed your balls and everything?
So I have, I don't know. That's kind of a funny story. I bought it I trim my goatee. Oh, this is...
So after he does his balls, it goes up here for...
Yeah, no. I never trimmed myself anywhere. I only have a trimmer for my goatee.
Okay.
And I went during COVID, my trimmer broke. I went and I was buying a new trimmer, and I picked up the only one that was on an end cap, and it was called the lawnmower. And my son was like, "Dad, what are you buying that for? Oh my God, like hide that in the cart. What are you buying that for?" And I said, "Oh, my beard trimmer broke." And he said, "That's not for your beard."
Oh, really?
It's a Manscaped.
Okay.
Anyways, I brought it home. I'm like, Manscaped. And I needed the edger first because I had no bound. I took out the hedges, the bushes, the sprinkler. I just started shaving and I couldn't stop. I was like, okay, I got to here. Okay, now that looks stupid. Now I'm here. Okay, I got to here. I was like a mole, a hairless mole.
And my fupa's gotten smaller.
Men don't have a fupa, do they?
Fupa.
I thought only a woman had a fupa.
No.
A man has a fupa.
Well, the fupa is your pelvis above the penis, right there where the hair is. No, that's the fupa.
Okay.
If the heavier you are, the thicker it gets, and it's kind of mushy. But now that I've lost weight, it's kind of like calmed down.
Well, there's a stat, I think,
my penis has gotten bigger.
20 pounds you lose, your penis grows an inch or something. It may not be, it may be 30 pounds. God. There's a poundage that...
What? Really?
I'll look it up. I'll have it for you next episode.
Well, it does look bigger since I've lost weight, but maybe that, that's because I've lost weight, and it's, we won't.
Yeah. Well,
enough about
your penis losing.
Enough about the penis.
All right. Well, that's
Mom. Mom, I know you're going to listen.
The only questions, my friend.
Well, you tell your friend, trim it up, and then put some...
Trim it up and lube it up.
Trim it up, lube it up. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sometimes I double it.
Your cock ring?
Then it
There
starts to
was
hurt.
all the
It starts to-
sizes. There were so many sizes to get, and I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I didn't know how tight it's supposed to be." Or
Well, my friend,
yeah, your friend. Yeah, tell us about your friend, Joe.
my friend, he likes ball play, action.
Oh, like spanking of the balls,
Twisting, flicking,
oh,
popping, hitting.
Oh, we talked
mashing.
about that. What do you call that? A CB?
Oh, is that
cock and ball torture? A CBT? We talked about that once before. Yeah. All right, your friend likes a little cock and ball torture.
He does.
All right, slap it around a little bit.
That's right.
All right. Wow. So we have I only printed one letter from one of our listeners. If we want to read, that letter.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah, let me read. Do we want a name?
No name. No.
Hey guys, thank you so much for doing your podcast. I am 47 and sometimes I'm a little bit desperate to see that I've chosen the wrong. Oh yeah, I think I read this. I
texted this too. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your podcast. I'm 47 years old and sometimes I a little bit desperate to see that I've chosen the wrong path. When I was younger, I thought I would choose the easy road by forcing myself to be straight or to totally ignore it and I could be gay or bi. But I know now that I have, in fact, chosen the hardest path by being someone that I'm not. So anyway, it is so good to know that I am not alone. Such a heavy weight on the shoulders. When I heard one of you saying that when he went to bed with his wife, he just closed his eyes and started to fantasize about men. This is so good to hear because I feel the same. So, yeah, I can relate. It's been 30 years. I'm with my wife now. We had ups and downs. We had ups and lots of downs, yes. I came out to her a year ago, but we kind of decided to stay together. I know that it might be wrong, but it is what it is. We have two teenagers. Okay. We'll take care. Well, thank you for writing in seriously about this. And listen,
he's not the only one that's staying together with his wife.
of course, there's been others that are staying. Hey, love is love. Love is love, and it's none of anybody's business what your arrangement is with your partner. Good. If you're both honest with each other, you're open, and I mean that's what you know. And congrats. I think that's great.
He's not going behind his wife's back.
No, he's not going behind.
Aware of what's happening.
Yeah, so. And I just want to let you know, I got served.
Oh, for your divorce or for something else?
Oh no, got served for divorce. Wow. Yeah. So I'm guys, I'm on it. I mean, I think a lot of listeners may get some help with this, but it's been 8 years. It's been 8 years. We've lived separate. If you're just listening, we've lived separate, but we've stayed married. But we had our own lives, our own houses, and everything. And the boys, it's been great, with everything. So, and we even talked about it. It wasn't, and I didn't get served by somebody coming to me and dropping.
I was going to ask
because she didn't want to do that. Yeah. She just said, "Hey, we're finally, got the taxes done. I want to, we need to have these taxes." Because for the divorce and everything, for the forensic accounting.
Yes.
And so she goes, will you come over and I'll have the paperwork because I'm not going to pay for a server because we're going to try to mediate this.
That's what we did.
And we're going to try to mediate it, but we both have to have our own attorneys to review it. But I mean, honestly, I looked up some different attorneys and I looked up this one that had LGBTQ friendly. So I called that one and they'll put you in touch with an attorney in your area. However, it's flat fees for certain things that they do.
Okay.
It's not an hourly, but it is that. And I mean, guys, I'm telling you, when I saw all the paperwork, it was like, I had no idea what to do. What's the first thing? And so, you gotta answer the summons that comes to you. And so, but then, again, she, put in there, some things that she wanted that I was like, huh? What? Okay. But we'll work it out. I mean, it seems like we're going to work everything out. And I just wanted to share this with everyone because I know some of you have already gone through it. And if there's any advice you want to send our way, please do. I love research and I love, different ways. And you may have an idea that could help me through this. And if you haven't gone through this, you know what? I'll share with you what I can,
Yeah.
and maybe it can help you. But and it was just kind of weird because I've always kind of played away from it on the show here, but I'm going through it now.
Okay.
So
it's like you said, I think it's important that you talk about this because there are so many of our listeners out there that are going through the same thing, and maybe they're going to stay together or live together, but still separate. You could still be divorced,
right,
go through the resolution of that or
disillusion marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's and I don't know. I don't want to share I don't want to share her private stuff with everyone, but I guess it's some like I love some of the women that are like, hey, it's okay, it's cool, and they're still friends and all that, and we still work together and all that. But I think there's just moments of frustration too, So I'm on that journey. So
good for you.
Yeah.
Going back to Matthew real quick, when we just dropped him off on Tuesday back in San Diego, and it was my ex, Matthew, and myself. I drove us down.
Oh, so you all went back together as a family. Love it.
3 of us went down, 4 of us came back. My older son couldn't go back down with us, so he stayed home.
Oh, I see.
And so Claudia and I
By yourself
drove in the car for the first time. We spent 20 minutes alone together, or we go to family events together.
To be together for what, 3 hours?
Yeah, we were locked in the car on the 405.
How'd that go?
You know what? It actually went well.
Yeah.
We talked about our boys. That's usually what we talk about. We didn't really talk about ourselves personally.
Is she dating anyone?
I wouldn't know.
How would you feel about that? Because
I would be happy for her.
Right.
I would be happy for her if she did.
But is there,
as long as he was a good person.
Because, I think Jill's been out, a couple times with some people, and I'm so happy for her.
Wow.
But there's part of I don't know, there's part of a little just a little jealousy, and I don't think it's I don't think it's ego, and it could be my ego. It could be
your ego.
It could be my ego. But there's some little not hurtness, but little sadness.
Okay.
Because it's it's a little sadness.
Yeah, to see her move on.
To see her move on, but I'm so happy and I want her to move on. I want her to be happy, and she's the mother of my beautiful boy.
Yeah.
And to keep that, keep it all good. So I'm glad you guys had. I'm glad
I said to Matthew, I said, leave it to you to orchestrate your mother and I in the car together for 3 hours. Because we separated in 2019, divorced 2020.
So that was fast. That was fast. You got within a year.
This was,
Didn't waste any time. Took the Band-Aid off.
The day it filed, it recorded almost 6 months to the day.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about file. Okay. Yeah. So you have to get everything, you have to answer, she answers, then you have to agree, and then you disagree, he disagrees, then you have to come to an agreement, come to a compromise, right?
We used one mediator and one attorney wrote up everything. We did not have separate anything. Everything was done together.
Oh, wow.
The deal with this is, and I'm going to look straight into the camera and I'm going to say this, I was the walking wounded when this was happening to me because my wife had asked me for the divorce.
Right.
And I was devastated.
Yeah.
I would not recommend you having the same person represent both of you because I feel like I was giving away the farm.
Of course.
Because
you felt guilty.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Wait, did you feel guilty?
Oh, I felt so guilty.
See, and that is very important because we both have separate attorneys, but we don't want to go to trial. We don't, because that's going to cost so much money.
Yeah, you don't want to go to trial.
But what I've been learning, and this is really important, I'm glad you said that, because you had one attorney for both of you, which is not a good idea. And you felt like you gave the farm away. I that's what I'm doing. I'm interviewing, the lawyers and stuff right now. And,
all right.
And, we'll see. I talked to one that I liked, and we'll see. We'll see how that.
For me, during the course of our marriage, I did not cheat, but I felt so guilty for the feelings and thoughts that were swimming around in my head and in my body that I gifted my wife a lot. I would go out of town on a business trip. I'd bring her a pair of nice earrings home. I would bring her jewelry. I would always.
You mean after? Or during the marriage?
Yeah, I would. Oh no! Only during the marriage. Anytime there was something. Yeah. I would gift her something. So I feel like during the course of the marriage, even though I was spending the money as much as she was, she was walking away with a lot more than I was, because she wasn't gifting me out of guilt my entire marriage.
Got it. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's the price you pay, and you paid
100%.
it, and you move on.
Yes.
Other things will come. Other things will come.
I agree.
Have I talked to you about the Agape Church?
Yes.
I went Sunday.
You did. Oh, all right. Yes.
And I forgot his name.
Beckwith.
Dr. Beckwith. That's his name.
Reverend Michael Beckwith.
Is that? Yeah. Yeah. That's
he officiated our wedding in 1994.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Claudia and I were members of that church. I was an usher back then.
Hey, you're gay.
No.
Listen, that was the first time I seen him preach.
Oh, really? All right. Yeah.
And oh my God, because I've been there before with Jackson. I took my oldest, and he wanted to go. I love that. And we went, but there was somebody else, there, because he's there 3 times a month, and then one weekend he's traveling.
And the last Sunday of the month is Choir Sunday, so that's the best time to go because the choir is amazing.
Oh my God, he was amazing, because you and I've been reading that book 369 about manifestation, visualization. Write out your goals, write out what you want, my gosh, he just, it's with God. He talks with God, but there's God within you.
Yes.
And then what you want to do, and I was blown away. I was blown away because just what he was talking about, and then thinking about the book.
He's closer to you than your fingertips.
Yeah.
And nearer to you than your own breath. I think that's something that he says.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was really good.
Very nice. Well, one more thing I want to, and then we have a couple of things to talk about. On Facebook, we're just going to.
So, so Agape Church.
Yes.
I truly enjoyed it. I really did.
It really enlivens the spirit.
It does,
doesn't it?
It really does.
Like on cloud 9.
And it's online. God, it's online. So you can stream it.
It's Agape Live.
Oh my gosh. It was wow. It was like, I was like, oh my God, he's talking right to me.
Yeah.
So anytime
I used to go pre-COVID, they had a church where there was thousands of people in attendance. Now it's at the Saban Theater. It's much smaller because they don't have their church anymore. But I used to go when there was like 4,000 or 5,000 people.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was amazing.
Where was it?
The last time was down in Carson. They had off of Buckingham. Their place was down there for like 15 years. Before that, it was.
So COVID really, it did probably a lot of churches.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it was. I think during COVID, nobody was going to church, or you couldn't go to church. It was all online. So yeah, all right, very nice. Yeah, I love Agape. So one of our listeners posted on Gay Fathers Worldwide.
Okay.
Through our podcast. This is what he put. Hello, gents. He was recently added to the group and very thankful to be here. And I have been looking for guys who have been in a similar situation to me, so I get some advice. Brian James and John Durler run a great podcast about gay fathers and have mentioned this group many times. I wouldn't be here without their podcast, Coming Inside Out. He posted that online. I thought it was so nice.
So nice.
So I wanted to just plug us with that.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
And then, this is 2024.
Yeah.
I'm online doing research for a podcast. I found out that Staten Island, their St. Patrick's Day parade, finally ends the ban on LGBTQ groups. After over 60 years of excluding the LGBTQ community, the Staten Island St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York will finally allow LGBTQ groups to participate in the parade. This is 2024.
Wow.
So in 2025, they're going to allow LGBTQ groups.
Is this the St. Patty's Day on Staten Island or in Manhattan?
I don't know. I didn't read that. I didn't get that far into it. Well, you have it too.
If it's Staten Island, I mean,
it's Staten Island. That's what it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Staten Island. There was a great movie called Copland with Sylvester Stallone. Have you seen that movie?
No, you're a movie buff. You always bring up all these movie things
because
you don't watch a lot of movies.
You don't?
No.
You're a reader.
I like to read.
Hey, guess what I'm reading?
Project 369.
That and Bill Clinton. He's coming out with a new book, but I'm reading his first book.
How old is his first book?
Well, right when he got out of the...
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's 1,000 pages. Then there's no pictures.
Oh,
that's shitty.
Did he talk about Monica in it?
I don't know. I haven't got there yet.
Wow.
He's talking about the beginning of it. So it's very interesting because I'm always reading self-help books or business books and all of that. And I just want to read something that's,
slutty.
Yeah, slutty. Well, listen, congratulations, Staten Island. You're finally with us after 60 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I even want to go to that.
And this is what I want to ask you. This isn't me asking for a friend. This is me asking. Although I could have put that on there.
Okay.
The monkeypox vaccination, the mpox vaccine.
Yeah.
Are you monkeypox vaccinated?
I am.
Well, you are.
I am. They had that during COVID, actually.
Why are even though I've read 20 articles about this, and none of them can say that it is more prevalent in the gay community than outside of the gay community. Why are they pushing for gay people to get the monkeypox vaccination?
I think it's the opposite of what you
don't.
Oh, well,
I'll look at it for the next one.
When they tell me to get a shot, I just do it.
Oh, I'm an anti-vaxxer.
Are you?
Do you have the shingle shot and all that?
I sure do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wait till you get the shingles.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't have the.
You better get that shingle shot.
I don't have the shingles.
You don't want to take it?
I haven't been vaccinated for COVID yet. I haven't. I wasn't allowed to go on a family trip. I wasn't allowed to do
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, hell, fuck no, I'm not getting that vaccination. There was enough research behind it.
You would be perfect with that red log cabin.
No
shit.
This is what I would have been perfect for.
What?
When I had a vasectomy, they are paying.
You had a vasectomy?
I did after my younger son was born. They were paying like $5,000 and $10,000 for unvaccinated men's sperm a couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah, women didn't want vaccinated sperm. They wanted unvaccinated sperm. And I was like, damn it. If I hadn't gotten my clipped, I could have made a ton of money.
$5,000?
$5,000 and $10,000 they were giving for paying for unvaccinated sperm.
Wow.
But my time has passed. So look, I thought we would be, because we're running into the holidays.
Yes.
I thought it would be important just to, shout out to people that are listening that may not have their families with them for one reason or another this holiday, right? Because a lot of guys, when they come out, their families disown them.
You're singing.
And I also read this quote. I thought this quote was amazing.
Yay.
Every person you meet is fighting a battle that you are not aware of. Are you singing? I can't sing.
Read it again.
I'm sorry. Oh, this quote: every person you meet is fighting a battle that you are not aware of. Right?
I agree.
So have grace towards other people.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I really do. You just never know what someone else is going
Yes. We all have shit going on.
We all have shit. We definitely do. And the older I get in life, the more compassion I have. Seriously.
You need to.
You
have
really
to.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well,
that's it. Look at you. Are you going to sing us out?
have yourself a merry little Christmas. Yes, we all are gay.
Yes, we are. Yes.
We've come out to our family and
We're here to stay.
we're here to stay. So have yourself
A cocky.
a merry little Christmas.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
All right. Well,
Brian.
we have one more before the end of Thanksgiving.
No, of course. So happy
He'll
Thanksgiving.
sing it again. He'll sing it again. Oh yeah, this will drop before Thanksgiving.
It will.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.